Welcome everyone. So today we are going to know about the human heart and the flow inside it. So here we have drawn a figure of human heart. First of all, we will know about the work of it. When we think about water flow in our homes, we need a pump, right, to flow that water in the taps, in the tanki, right? So just like that, just like in our home we need a pump, in our body we also need a pump. In our body, the blood flowing pump is heart. Here we have included a figure of heart. So heart has 4 chambers. Those are left atrium, right atrium, left ventricle and right ventricle. Now we will analyze this figure a little bit. Here we have seen that this is the right atrium. So the other side one will be the left atrium. This is the left ventricle, so this side will be the right ventricle. Here we have included superior vena cava and here we have included inferior vena cava. Superior vena cava takes the blood from the upper side of the body and transfer it inside the right atrium. And the inferior vena cava takes the blood from the downside of the body towards the right atrium. So they do these things. We have also included pulmonary vein, aorta, chorditendinae, etc. So we will know the works and flow of them. First of all, we have said that the superior vena cava takes the blood from the upper side of the body and inferior vena cava takes the blood from the lower side of the body. So they comes towards the right atrium first. After coming to the right atrium, the blood comes to the right ventricle through this way. So here we can see there is a valve named tricuspid valve. The valve, what is the work of a valve? A valve helps the blood to flow in one way. So the blood will always flow in this way, it will never come towards the opposite way. After that, so now tell me, the blood that is coming from the cells, from the body towards the heart, it will always be deoxygenated blood, deoxygenated. Or in simple, we can say there will be more carbon dioxide in this blood. So the blood then will flow towards the pulmonary artery. So this is the pulmonary artery. Okay. So then it will go towards the lungs. So after the gas exchange in the lungs, the carbon dioxide filled blood will be filled with oxygen. Then they will come towards the heart again. So the gas exchange occurred, so now the blood will always have oxygen. So how they comes into the heart? They comes into the heart through pulmonary vein. So through pulmonary vein it comes towards the left atrium. So the blood here will be oxygenated. So there will be more oxygen. Then the oxygenated blood will come from the left atrium towards the left ventricle. And then the oxygenated blood will flow towards the aorta and then it will go to the whole body. So here we see that left ventricle's work is very, very important as it is flowing the blood towards the whole body. So the muscle here is really strong, the muscle, because it has to flow the blood towards the whole body. So now we are going to talk about these things. What are these things? These are valves. We have talked about tricuspid valve. Here we have bicuspid valve. Its work is also same. It helps the blood flow from left atrium towards the left ventricle, but it does not let the blood flow in the opposite direction. So the blood flow is in one direction. So here we can see in the pulmonary artery is also a valve here, also a valve here. They are called pulmonary semilunar valve, and this one is called aortic semilunar valve. So now we are going to talk about the flow chart at a flow that the blood flow occurs. But we will just give a summary from here that the carbon dioxide rich blood comes toward the right atrium, then it goes toward the right ventricle here, then it flows towards the lungs through pulmonary artery. Then from there the oxygenated blood after the gas exchange comes towards the left atrium. Then it goes towards the left ventricle, then it goes towards the aorta. Through the aorta it goes towards the whole body. So the oxygenated blood is transferred to the whole body. Then we are going to talk about the flow chart. We have seen a figure of heart. Now we will see the flow chart so that we can understand the flow of the blood more easily. So here we can see the blood flow from the body comes through the interior vena cava or superior vena cava, whatever it uses. So we are using here inferior vena cava. Through inferior vena cava it comes to the right atrium, and in this right atrium and right ventricle there is a valve called tricuspid valve. Through those valves the blood comes towards the right ventricle from the right atrium through contraction and relaxation. Then the blood goes to the pulmonary artery through the pulmonary valve. So the valve that works from in the flow of right ventricle towards the pulmonary artery is called pulmonary valve. Then through the pulmonary artery the blood goes towards the lungs. After that the oxygenated blood comes towards the heart through pulmonary vein to the left atrium, and from the left atrium it comes towards the left ventricle, and the valve that works in the between of left atrium and left ventricle is called bicuspid valve. There is another name we call it is mitral valve. So that's the valve that works in between left atrium and left ventricle. Then the blood goes towards the aorta through aortic valve. So the valve that works between left ventricle and aorta flow, blood flow, that is called aortic valve. And through the aorta it goes towards the whole body. Now we have talked about the contraction and relaxation, right? The atrium contracts and the right ventricle it relaxes, the blood flows, and then again it relaxes, it contracts. The contraction is called systole and the relaxation is called diastole. So the pressure that is created through systole is called systolic pressure, and the pressure that is created through diastole is called diastolic pressure. And combining systole and diastole, a heartbeat happens, and the whole cycle is called cardiac cycle. So there is a specific time frame for how many seconds the systole will occur, how many seconds the diastole will occur. If there is certain changes in this cycle, the heart diseases will occur, such as myocardial infarction, heart failure, angina. Like the systole and diastole goes through a rhythm. So when the rhythm is broken, there will be problems and diseases. So it is really important we intake good foods and do exercises so that we can avoid this kind of heart diseases. Thank you.